Now that Joe Biden has said he is not seeking re-election and he is not seeking the Democratic nomination for president this election cycle, uh, Republican Representative Nancy Mace has called or said she is going to be putting up a resolution in the House um, trying to force Kamala Harris to invoke the 25th Amendment and assume the powers of the presidency, because she says if Joe Biden is unfit to run the race for president, then he is unfit to be president. And I had said something similar in multiple videos. I had said that these Democrats that were calling for Joe to step aside are effectively saying just that. If you're saying Joe can't finish the race, you're saying Joe can't be president. And there may be something to that. I don't know about Joe's um, abilities. I think he is fine, but I am also not around him ever. So I don't know. But I think if these calls continue and there ever is a question as to whether or not Kamala needs to invoke the 25th, I still say Joe should resign and step aside, let her become president, let her pick her vice president, and let them run as a unified ticket in November. I think Kamala Harris and whoever she picks as a running mate will have no problem beating anybody, but most of all, they have no problem beating Donald Trump. Donald Trump is such a horrible candidate. I think Kamala Harris could win without a vice president, no, not a problem. Um, but expect these calls from Republicans now to continue, that they're going to try to find a way to invoke the 25th Amendment, have Joe step down. And I expect it, especially out of Republican voters, who will probably try to tell you that if Joe gets removed by the 25th, that somehow that makes Trump president. That is not how it works. If the 25th Amendment gets invoked at all and they force Joe Biden out of the presidency, or if he ends up resigning because they try to do that, Kamala Harris does become president, and that is the natural order of things. Do not listen to these Republican MAGAs who will try to tell you that it would somehow be a win for Donald Trump. It is not, but I expect the calls to continue because that's all they have at this point.